One fine morning, Mummy Duck was sitting on clutch of new eggs, waiting for her eggs to hatch. All of a sudden, one of the eggs made a tapping noise. Mummy Duck called to the other ducks. "My eggs are hatching. Come and see." One by one, out popped 5 chirpy little ducklings. "What sweet little ducklings," everyone sighed. Mummy Duck beamed with pride. All tiny duckling had bright little eyes and pretty little beaks. But the biggest egg of all still had not opened. And Mummy was sure had only laid 5 eggs. Just then the final eggs burst open and out tumbled the last duckling. Everyone peered at it closely. "What an ugly duckling," quacked an old duck. "He is not ugly," said Mummy Duck, "he is special." Inside the pond also, the other ducklings disliked the poor little duckling. They did not want it to take part in their fun. So they pulled at its feather with sharp beaks. The ugly duckling did not know why everyone disliked it and what it should do after all. The ugly duckling hid his head under his wing. The next day, Mummy Duck took all her little ducks to the farmyard. "Hello everyone," she called to the animals. "Meet my ducklings." The 5 yellow ducklings proudly puffed out their pretty feathers. "Ah," sighed the animals, "what lovely ducklings." The ugly duckling waddled forward. "Hello," he said. There was a moment's silence. "Then he is so grey," said all animals who saw him. "He is so clumsy," mooed a cow. "He is so big," squawked a hen. The ugly duckling sunk to the ground as large teardrops rolled down his long beak and splashed on the ground. The ugly duckling felt all alone. "Nobody wants me," he whispered. "I would be better off running away." He felt sad and wept secretly. Then one day, with tear in his eyes, he ran away from the farmyard in search of a lonely spot where nobody would laugh at him. Deep in the forest, he saw an empty cottage, in which he stayed all through the cold winter months. However, by springtime, he had grown big. One day at sunrise, he came out from the house and went for a walk, and found he could flap his wings. A graceful swan paddled into view, and the ugly duckling backed away, afraid he would be teased. Instead, the swan swam up to him and nudged him gently with its beak. "Why are you hiding here?" asked the swan kindly. "Come and join the rest of us." The ugly duckling was so shocked he almost fell into the water. Surely the swan must be talking to someone else. But just as the ugly duckling stood up, he caught sight of his reflection in the lake. He stopped, stared, and gasped in amazement. His grey feathers were now snowy white. Just then a family of 5 young ducks waddled along the river bank with their mother. "Look at that beautiful swan," they quacked, pointing at the ugly duckling. Mummy Duck recognized her little ugly duckling at once. "I always knew he was special," she quacked. The ugly duckling held his head high on his elegant neck, ruffled his beautiful white feathers, and proudly paddled away after his new friends.